Hi, my name is Colby Weber. I am a lead DevOps engineer with GM. Today I'm going to be presenting on how GM utilizes Elasticsearch to drive customer experience. Drive because we're a car company. So I'll just go ahead and get started, introduce myself. As I said, my name is Colby Weber, lead DevOps engineer at GM. I have over 3+ years working with the Elastic Stack. Some of my main responsibilities include maintaining and optimizing the two main Elasticsearch clusters that support inventory searches for vehicle inventory on a global scale. As a result of the Platinum license, I have collaborated with Elastic support engineers to get these clusters to a highly stable, performant, and secure state. And it helps us drive at GM a consistent customer experience across multiple GM platforms, such as brand sites, dealer administration sites, and our online retailing initiative, Shop with Drive. So inventory management with Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch and kind of the holistic Elastic Stack has been widely used across GM, but mainly for logging purposes. And just over the last few years, we have seen the benefits of using Elasticsearch as a primary data store for our search use cases. The two main clusters I manage contain all of the active VIN vehicle inventory and all their corresponding pricing information. Active inventory means the vehicle is either on the dealer's lot ready for sale or is in transit to the dealer's lot ready for sale. The pricing info stored is always the most up-to-date incentive, lease, finance information, which is critical for customers when considering purchasing a vehicle, either online or at the dealership. They want to make sure they're getting the best deal possible. We also store all of our application logs into smaller Elasticsearch clusters and are able to triage production issues quickly and efficiently by running these through a Logstash pipeline to clean them up and then displaying them in a Kibana instance. The benefit observed from using Elasticsearch as a primary data store has been in the performance delivered to drive GM's critical business initiatives. So the GM brand sites such as Chevy, GMC, Buick, Cadillac all have 2-second SLA times, and they can handle up to over 20,000 search requests per minute. So we have what's called a multi-site configuration. So multi-site Elasticsearch configurations is kind of a high-level overview of how the two main clusters are interacting with each other, interacting with other clusters. So it's split, as I mentioned, into a VIN vehicle cluster and a pricing cluster. And each cluster replicates its data to an identical set of clusters and a secondary data center using Elasticsearch CCR, cross-cluster replication. And that's only available with the Platinum license. And CCR has allowed us to develop a very simple, quick, easy, efficient disaster recovery plan to where we can fail over to the secondary data center in a matter of minutes. We've had to do that before for production code deployments, as well as for any Elastic Stack upgrades and maintenance such as that. Each of the VIN and pricing clusters are monitored by a smaller set of Elasticsearch clusters, and they contain and store metrics shipped over from the main clusters. So these metrics include CPU utilization, garbage collection, indexing rate, CCR latency, heap usage, all critical information, and ensuring that the clusters are not, overloaded or any undue stress. Also helps with sizing and scaling. So I'm able to monitor if the clusters are under-allocated, over-allocated, if we need to add more nodes, if we need to take away some nodes, explore some different node configuration rules using that monitoring data. And all the monitoring data is displayed in a separate Kibana instance for viewing purposes. So kind of how does, all the data flow in from GM to Elastic to, the brand sites that are all customer facing. So the VIN and pricing information that is stored comes from various sources. So we have sources for non-US VINs, certified pre-owned VINs, as well as new US VINs. So these are all sourced into the ingestion app. And this takes data and then makes various calls to what we call enrichment sources. So these are other teams at GM that hold information such as pricing, dealer location, if there are any recalls in any VINs, anything like that, will be go ahead and store it on the vehicle document. And then it's all kind of combined at the end into a final JSON, which we store into Elastic inside of an index. And then these documents inside these indexes are then exposed via a multitude of APIs. Shown to you here for simplicity, but we have several 10, 20 APIs that are frequently used. And these APIs are used by the brand, dealer, dealer admin, ShopClick Drive sites to display this information in a beautified UI for the customer. All right, so now I'll go ahead and do a demo of how the APIs that the brand sites use that are calling Elastic behind the scenes, use that data and store it and share it for the customer to see. So going over here to Cadillac.com, one of the GM brand sites, go to shopping, search inventory. Go ahead and select my favorite Cadillac model, the Escalade. And then the information returned on this site is all information being returned from Elastic. So it shows within the 500-mile radius of my zip code. I got 376 exact matches for brand new 2021 Cadillac Escalades. On the side here, I'm able to perform different facet calls. So filtering on price, filtering on drive type, trim, color, exterior options, different packages, different dealers, where the vehicle is located, all that good stuff. And all the numbers on the side here. So if I pick Black Raven, we have 145 of those. And this number coming back is an Elastic aggregation behind the scenes. And then all these vehicles and all your inventory, imagery, images, pricing information, all this is being returned via an Elastic query, which is being made by an API the app exposes, which is then called by the brand site here to show. So if I go ahead and select a vehicle, I'm given a full pricing breakdown. I'm given the VIN, how far away it is from my location, different imagery that the dealer has uploaded, full pricing breakdown here. So why does it cost $82,897? Because of different fees. There's a destination charge, discounts, all that good stuff. Gives me a full breakdown of the standard equipment, exterior, interior, safety, shows me where the dealer is located, warranty information. So if I really wanted to and just did a quick comparison, I could take this VIN, I can go over to the dealer's website, and I'll be able to search for this VIN on their website. It should pull back the same exact information that's being displayed on the brand site. The dealer might have different incentives that they're specific to, like a $7,000 incentive here. But then I'm also given different cash, finance, and lease options here, as well as the same, computer-generated imagery that is from the dealer, given the same vehicle description, specs, so the different options, exterior, interior, mechanical that I just showed on the brand site is also displayed here. Different warranty information, options, all that good stuff, all the critical information a customer would want to know before buying a vehicle. And so if I was comfortable enough to go ahead and say, yeah, I want to go ahead and buy this vehicle today, I can start the buying process, which is going to take me to ShopClick Drive, which is making a real-time call to our API, which is making a real-time call to our Elasticsearch clusters to go ahead and build all this pricing information. So it's showing me within this zip code, no down payment if I were the financer for this much. Here's what my monthly payments would look like. I could do a cash option. I could buy it pretty much from here without even having to go to the dealership. So again, all this information here for pricing and purchasing being displayed via an API querying Elastic behind the scenes. So that's pretty much it for my demo. Just showcase how the brand sites use our APIs, which query Elastic. Then how what we call tier 3, the dealer site, uses it and how it's very similar, almost exactly the same as the brand site, and then how our ShopClick Drive, our online retail initiative, is able to go ahead and use that information, give the customer a completely online shopping experience. So kind of how what I'm showing here is just the behind the scenes look. So using our Kibana instance, I just ran a quick vehicle index call. So queried on the VIN, and I was able to get back 21,000 lines of JSON within 11 milliseconds. And again, this is all being displayed on the brand sites, just in a more beautified form. So some of the benefits of partnering together with Elastic, with the Platinum license comes 24/7 support from Elastic support engineers. And being that our app is so critical to driving customer experience, we take full advantage of the license benefits. Working alongside the support engineers, I've greatly enhanced our security configurations to prevent malicious attacks to the clusters. We've also identified necessary maintenance and implemented monitoring to provide the best customer experience possible and most consistent. Some of this maintenance includes the purging of soft deleted or docs.deleted documents that Elastic uses for versioning. But due to the amount of continuous updates we get from dealers for VINs, a single VIN might be updated, dozen times a day, and this kind of creates a cascading effect of docs.deleted, which can degrade search performance. So we've built monitors in place alongside Elastic support engineers to watch that. Continued collaboration with Elastic support engineers has also led to development of zero downtime infrastructure strategies. We use these during maintenance such as Elastic Stack upgrades, certificate rotations, and full-scale production application code deployments. And lastly, this partnership has created a subject matter expert in the setup, monitoring, and optimization of Elasticsearch for use case at GM, which is myself. So I have been contacted by a multitude of teams here at GM to go ahead and get them up to a similar state of stability and performance for their search use cases. And moving forward, I plan on continuing to work with the support engineers and always be on the lookout for how to improve and optimize the clusters as new Elasticsearch features become available. Things I'm currently working on include implementing ingest nodes to scrub out bad data prior to ingesting into the clusters. So if a dealer accidentally fat fingers something, or they send a price through that just isn't correct, set up some different filters to go ahead and identify that data before it gets to the clusters, before it's shown on the live sites. Also looking at how to improve our various mappings we have across our indices. They're all custom mappings. Seeing as the app grows, do we really need certain things that we had 3 or 4 years ago when the clusters were initially set up? And of course, as Elastic agents become available to deprecate beats, we'll look into that to enhance our monitoring as well. So thank you so much for your time. So appreciate you sitting here and listening to me. That's about all I had. Thank you.